What are you doing with all the trauma you've experienced in life? How are you using that trauma? I've survived open heart surgery at age 6. I've survived childhood sexual abuse. I've survived rape at age 12. I survived my next door neighbor, who was like a brother to me, committing suicide when I was 17. I survived my grandmother, who was 80 years old, getting raped and murdered. I survived drug addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, sex addiction, food addiction. I gained 62 pounds in 1 year. I survived my father's death. I survived my brother's death, finding him on our kitchen floor, giving him CPR. I survived murdering the abuser who raped me. I survived putting a knife through my own hand. I survived 5 years in prison. I've survived failed relationships, failed love. I've survived failure upon failure upon failure, more failure than I can even fathom. And now, do I mail in my life? Do I allow people to say, oh, poor Clark? Poor Clark, he's had such a tough go in this life. Do I lie in bed all day, stay on the couch, keep the blinds closed? Do I find a therapist or a doctor to write me up for disability, that I'm mentally incapable of working and just live off the government dime for the rest of my life? Or do I use all of that trauma, all of that hell I've been through, all of the crap I've experienced to achieve greatness, to inspire others, to say I've experienced the worst that life can throw at you, the worst things that a human can do to another human, I've experienced, and I'm not going to allow it to destroy me. I'm going to use all of that trauma for fuel for accomplishing things in my life. I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to allow all of that crap to stop me in my tracks. Instead, it's fuel to propel me forward. All of us are going to experience trauma. How are you handling the trauma you've already been through? Don't avoid suffering. Put yourself into situations that require some suffering instead of constantly pleasure seeking, because life is gonna make you suffer at some point. And you better get your mind and your body used to suffering so that when it comes, and it's gonna come, you can handle it. Are you gonna be a victim? Or are you gonna use all the crap you've been through for turning your life around and showing other people how they can turn their life around?